between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Giants. Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. Fields this one at the 3. Showing a little burst so far. He's racing past midfield. And he'll go out of bounds well into enemy territory. Looks like he's right around the 40-yard line.
There's one less thing now this offense got to worry about, silencing the home crowd early. That return, well, it already did that. The fever pitch we began with, Kate's quieted to a dull murmur following a tremendous return by the special teams unit.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Andrew Phillips. And the Giants have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
First and 10 from the 41. Now here's Cam Scadaboo on the ground. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Now Dart. His first throw is an interception. Roger McCreary takes it away. And the Rams are going to have it after his second interception of the season. What a call for their first pass of the game. And it would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number one. And number two, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Throw left side, caught by Brown. And he has this down to the 34. Great work by the Wisconsin rookie to find the right throw and get them the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Motioning him from the slot right. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Pass play now. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Rams going to punt on fourth down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. And we can't dig him out from deep on their own side. He's stopped inside the 10.
First down 10. At their own 6-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Escapes the pocket. And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Second and 10 now. Here's Dart. Short pass brought in. And this gets them well away from danger as he is up past their 20. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Giants will have a first down.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Pistol against Scatterboot. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
One to the outside by Dart. And he drives it up to the 24. Roger McCreary brings him down that time.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or with big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Third down now. Here's Dart. Flies one back across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it after his second interception of the season. So their second drive ends just the way their first one did, Brock. And if you are the coach down there, man, you've got to be fuming.
Yeah, so frustrated, right? 2 drives in, you still can't get your game plan at all. Not a series you're going to keep ending prematurely. You don't want to be playing behind schedule right from the start of the game, which is exactly where they found themselves.
Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. I'll take second down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Pass play coming here. Forced out to his right. Sends this to the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
At the 9-yard line.
From the red zone on first. Has the hook up again to Njoku.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, and there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. And he's got it. It's in close. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll bring this out to the 35. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. He finds Neighbors right side. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, they need 7. And they'll pitch it out to him. His defense is firing to begin the season, huh? Great play to get him behind the line. I think we both sensed it as the play was developing, Brock. It didn't look like either guy wanted the football, and you can see why with how well it played out defensively.
Yeah, there's 2 looks as a quarterback you hate to see on your teammate's face. When you throw your receiver into coverage and he gets smacked, and then when you pitch it out to the running back and he gets the negative yards on his stat sheet, yeah, that's one the quarterback's got to rectify.
What are you doing? Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. 7-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. And on 4th down, they're about ready to punt. Punt meets him at the 28. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. To start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Catch made right side by Nakua. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. to give your quarterback a chance.
He's giving it to the big guy on 3rd and short. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
He's not their bell cow. He's not a breakaway type of runner, but he didn't need to be. He just had to get forward and reach the first down before the defense could pivot and stop him.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Looking to throw here. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, he falls in. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Looking to throw again on second down. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them, trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
That's taken on the 7. And he gets them what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out.
At their own 11-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Dive play straight ahead. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. And reverse on the tackle.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. His work begins at the 31. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. After that play, we see some concern out there, and now we know why. That's our top pick in the draft who's shaken up. Boy, they had big expectations for him this season. Hopefully, this turns out to be nothing. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure coming. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They go play action on first down. Buys time, rolling right. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Straight ahead with Williams. Running in the red zone. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams pull out in front further, 13-zip. Kyron Williams, the touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams double their lead to 14. Here's Evans set to kick this away. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return. So that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
On first down, they'll run. And the ball is going to remain at midfield as he is stopped at the line. No gain.
This wide receiver run game, what it really does, Kate, is it tests the soundness of your defense. How assignment sound are you? Well, that was an excellent example of this defense doing its work on the practice field and, more importantly, put into execution on the game field.
Darts back to throw. Got for big yards on the right side. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. Their work doubly is difficult now after that holding call. It's 2nd and 20. Dart setting in the throw here. Escapes the pocket. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Darts out of the shotgun. Puts everything he has under this one. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Has room down the left sideline. And he takes this one back and in for the Los Angeles pick 6.
Kate, I know you've listened to me over the years praise and compliment offenses to just not go away from success. If you're running it well, keep running it. If you're throwing it, keep throwing it. Don't go away from it. Well, this defense, they're not going away from the pressure. And you see the dividends it's paid this time all the way for 6 points.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams stretch their lead to 21.
Giants, nothing.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. This will end up as a touchback.
The Giants take over first and 10. And they're on 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up first and 10. Dart resetting here after the pick. Completed to his running back. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Dart. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's second down. From the gun, here's Dart. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Cameron Curl has it. And the Rams are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, as if this one wasn't tough enough, it's another possession lost as he is picked off once again.
I think what I'm looking for here, what everybody's looking for in the building, what kind of fight do you have? Because a couple of turnovers in a row can take it right out of you, especially the deficit you find yourself in.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. First and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again in a massive sack on first down. That's the right way to begin this series defensively.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Giants take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Hey, we know in this league, takeaways are a big deal, but you get interception and chunk yards with it. That is a gold star effort.
New York to the line. First and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Rams are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
You can feel them, Kate. You can feel the convoy. They thought they might have another one, but unfortunately, not another touchdown. But you know what? Not going to stop them from celebrating in another big game-changing play.
First and 10 from the 41. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Completed over the middle. They get this down to the 28. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Near the goal line. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and goal, Rams.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Giants make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. Throwing on first down. It's Dobbs. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Clean breakup on that throw. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening.
And they pick him off again! Roger McCreary takes it away. And he's making the house call. Pick 6 for Los Angeles. Ooh, partner, this has gotten out of hand early. And that pick 6, the latest play, pushing us towards a blowout.
Yeah, everything has gone in their favor so far. You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NFL. It takes this kind of combination, right? Both in personnel and in every phase of the game.
Extra point attempt coming up.
For the extra point.
Pressure gets there, right side, it's blocked! Ooh, and I think he envisioned this one going all the way back for 2, but they're able to track him down and limit the damage to just that blocked kick.
I could feel that anger all the way up here, Kate. They did not like giving up the big play, the lengthy touchdown, and they decided to release a little bit of that frustration via the special teams. That juice, that energy, you could feel it overwhelmed there and led to the block.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Return coming from the 6.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the final play of our first half. One final shot before the half. And this one is launched downfield. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Off the chain that we bounced off the brain. Still walk the fame off the name. First of all, you ain't rap long enough. With me, you ain't strong enough. So whatever it is.
We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here's the backup. First throw. Dumps it off to his running back. All right, short of the marker for the moment. They've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's a gain of 6.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So 3rd down becomes much tougher for him as 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and a much more difficult 6. So the false start makes this a far tougher call now, 3rd and 6. To the air on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two...
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
Knowing how a wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, We're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate, and I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone, you got to make something happen, or you could take a risk like that, a huge sack for this defense.
Has a man downfield. This is Robinson. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Giants cut into the lead coming out of halftime.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now.
To kick off for New York.
Gano ready to send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. Brought to a halt by Deontay Banks.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's set out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Pass play on 1st and 10. On target here to Njoku. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on a big play down to the 19. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
1st down, Rams.
In the red zone on 1st. As the hookup again to Njoku. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
QB keeping it here, the 2nd down option. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Rams piling onto the scoreboard yet again.
Pretty cool moment. That is the 1st rushing score of his young career. Look, I'm not going to say it's the 1st of many. We just don't know in this league. But I do know that's a confidence builder for this entire offense when your quarterback can score using his legs as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams grow their lead yet again.
The city just made it sweet with the diabetic. They mouth you full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Welcome to New Orleans with the etiquette and the yelling.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Robinson with the return. Here's the reverse. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, Winston. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. will take possession at the opposing 35-yard line as he goes out on the return.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. Fights his way through a tackle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up an LA first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
From the red zone now. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams parlay the interception into points. David Njoku, the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route, just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up first and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. He completes it in traffic. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Working quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Oh, Winston lost the football. Oh, heads up play for the Giants there. They get the loose ball and make the recovery. Offense in the hurry up here. Before the snap on 3rd and 2, they call time. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So they managed to keep possession. They've got 3rd and short now. Here he is on 3rd and short. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. Don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
The career is more at stake when you in your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town.
The Giants are set to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. Direct snap to the up man. He's going to push for it. And they pull it off. He gets them the first before being stopped.
That's just a great job by the special teams unit to see an opportunity and go take advantage of it, get another set of downs. And really the key to all of that, Kate, is you got to sell it. And they do. They sell it beautifully. Defense not prepared for it at all.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate. And that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
They give it to him again. Nothing doing on the draw block. That's going to send him backwards ahead of third down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
On third down, here's Winston. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The former soccer star, Brandon Aubrey, on now to attempt a field goal. A 49-yarder in front of him here. Aubrey puts it through. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
Incredible kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Lasers this one deep down the middle. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense that's flying around and making the play.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
And a nice strong effort there on that return to take us to the end of this quarter. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Giants who are going to have it to start the 4th quarter, partner, in a game that seems pretty far out of their reach. They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Winston, 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Move the chain! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Winston now off the play fake. Has a man on target to Johnson. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs too.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. But it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Complete out to the right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams' 15-yard line.
It's Scattergool on 2nd down. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
15-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to have enough first down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Shotgun snap now to Winston. Chased out to his right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
It's double-edged sword. I totally understand. These quarterbacks today are so athletic, and they love to keep plays alive, but it can turn smaller losses into much bigger setbacks like we see yet again.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they'll be left with third and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass off the contact.
He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Field goal doesn't move that needle. They're going for the touchdown. It's fourth and goal.
Paid for this.
Desperation time here. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Rams will take over as he reports his first interception of our season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points. It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Second and 3 now. They've got a man in motion. Second down, looking for options. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Could connect with Puka Nacua. And now they'll face a third and 3. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressive still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. First and 10 now from the 30. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's going to pay off this first down run with a nice pickup of 9.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. He keeps this one himself. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Rose caught. And they make the tackle at the 38.
and those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. A nice little run there, gets him 5. Second down upcoming.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Rams looking like they'll start this season with a win. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Keeps it on the option here. And keeping his own read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards too.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Following the false start penalty, here's 3rd down and longer. Throw left side, caught by Brown. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Timeout calls, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. A throw left side finds Johnson. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Brought in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Looking fast as that clock ticks down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Giants.
Working from the gun. Here's Winston. Gets this to Johnson. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Here's Winston to the air. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Rams are going to have it after a 2nd interception of the season.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He muster Pressures up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Watch the twist.
Another run for Williams. And they'll mark him down there after the dive. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. Brock, I know you know this firsthand. All the way across the country. Feels like you're playing in the morning. You played a lot of these. That is not an easy thing to do what they just did.
And you know what, Kate? You look back, even like the Niners of the 80s, those really good teams, they struggled in these 10 a.m. kickoffs on their body clock. You know who changed it? Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom said enough's enough. If you're good